Akoto Chofi-led NSCN reformation on November 20 declares that it would cut off ties with the working committee of the NNPGs and function as a separate entity. Western Sumi Kukami Hoho holds a meeting at Hoita Bosti Dimapur where they declared complete support towards Akoto Chopi-led NSCN-R, Western Sumi Youth Front, Western Sumi Kukami Hoho executive members, advisor and area chairman attend the meeting. Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee rejects the state government's notification to nominate advisory council members of Municipal Town Council and NPCC. President K. Theri questions Nagaland government for going against Supreme Court directives. Deputy Commissioner Mon Thava Silim K has refuted the allegations made against him by the village council members of Old Jaboka village. While speaking to Nltv, DC Mon clarified that no one has held the appointment letter of VCC as alleged by VCMs. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma on his Nagaland counterpart Nefurio held a meeting on Sunday in Jorhat. As per reports, the two discussed several issues affecting the two northeastern states. And now the news in detail. Akoto Chofi-led NSCN reformation declared that it would cut off ties with the working committee of the NNPGs and function as separate entity on November 20. After 2 days of split from the group released a statement through its MIP where it reiterated its stand made on November 19, 2021. The group slammed the NSCN-R faction as arbitrary, despotic, dictatorial, led by unconstitutional functioning leaders and misguided followers. However, the group acknowledged the NNPG's leaders' efforts for trying to solve the disputes within the NSCN-R. The reformation group also expressed its grief over the unfortunate disruptions, explaining that it was trying to facilitate peace by avoiding grudges, personal attacks and character homicide of leaders. The faction further maintained its November 19 declaration of the unilateral ceasefire with the government of India. Deputy Commissioner Mon Thava Silim has refuted the allegations made against him by the village council members of Old Jaboka village. While speaking to Nltv, DC Mon clarified that no one had held the appointment letter of VCC as alleged by the VCMs. DC further informed that 9-member list that was previously submitted by the VCMs had to be discarded and replaced by the new 15-member list. The DC informed that the 15-member list has been forwarded to the government and the process is still ongoing. DC Mon stated that some village council members with vested interest are tarnishing his name and the image of the Deputy Commissioner's office, Mon. Let us listen to what Tejavali has to say.
One thing here. The yes. VCMs, the members, in the video that they had sent to us,
yes, please.
They mentioned that the papers that presented the members of the newly elected VCCs, right. They have sent that to the ADC Digit.
Right.
And the ADC Digit has forwarded the same on 22nd September. But in this video, they have alleged that the papers have been held at the DC office. So what would you like to say on that, sir?
Right. So as far as Old Jaboka is concerned, we had first received a list from ADC Tizit, which was submitted by the Old Jaboka village, the head GB and the ARN.
Yes.
Once it was submitted, we had forwarded it to the government, and the government had approved it on 23rd of July.
Yes.
Now, before the approval from the Home Department came on 23rd of July, there was another letter that we had received from the ADC Tizit, which I've already shared with the news producer, saying that the earlier list of 9 members has to
Yes.
be discarded, and the new list of 15 members is the final one that has to be taken. So this letter from the Office of the Additional Deputy Commissioner Tizit is dated 14th of July. So on 14th of July itself, we had forwarded it to the Commissioner. Now, so 14th of July, this letter has already gone to the Commissioner. The approval for the initial 9 list, which was on the basis of the first list submitted by our office to the Commissioner's office and Commissioner office subsequently to the Home Department, was approved by the Home Department. Now, once you get an approval for a village council, we come out with another order from our level saying that the government has accepted the village council members list, and now you can go ahead and choose a village council chairman. Now, in the case of Old Jaboka, 23rd July, we received the letter was the approval was issued from the Home Department, but 14th July, we had already forwarded another letter to the Commissioner's office saying that based on what ADC Tizit had submitted to us. Now, ADC's Tizit letter was, because we had received a complaint on that original selection of 9 members. We had received a complaint. It had come to my office, and which we had sent it to ADC Tizit, who had further inquired, and on that basis submitted that 14 July report saying that please discard the earlier 9-member selection. The 15-member list is the final one. So on that basis, we had forwarded to the Commissioner's office, and the Commissioner's office, only on 9th November, we have received another letter from the Commissioner's office asking for further clarification on the why was the earlier 9 cancelled and a new 15-member list submitted. So now we are processing that letter. We've sought for additional information from the ADC Tizit's office, and once he gives it to us, we'll further forward it to the government. So as the Old Jaboka Village Council is alleging, nobody has held back the appointment order or anything of that sort, because 2 lists have been given, and the final list that is being given by ADC Tizit is still under process in the Commissioner's office. We cannot act on the basis of the original approval given for the 9 members, because after that there is a new list which is being forwarded to the government, and the government is currently considering it. So which is why that earlier order has been put on hold, and this new list of 15 members is being processed. So this is what has happened, because we have 140 other villages. We don't have any such issues in another village. Why would we act against a particular village? So it's just a procedural issue. So it looks like some vested interest within Old Jaboka is trying to put pressure on the government by going to the media on without providing the complete facts.
Okay, sir. So there's another thing that I would like to confirm with you also.
Please.
So the VCMs, they have also claimed that there is only one party, whereas in the allegations that they have made against the Deputy Commissioner Mon District Office, they have said that the DC Mon Office claims that there are 2 parties. So could you clarify on that?
Provide the documents with regards to the complaint that we had received and the documents that the ADC Tizit has given. So now, if ADC Tizit has forwarded me another list which says 15 members is the final list, the earlier list is to be discarded. If they were saying, if what they were claiming is true, why would ADC Tizit forwarded another list of 15 members? I think a couple of members are common in both the lists, but the remaining members are different. If what they claim is true, why would ADC Tizit send us 2 letters, which we've already shared with you? We'll again share it with you in case we've already shared it with Mr. Mirganka, the news producer. So that document is with him. So how can it be true when there are two lists from the ADC Tizit's office where he's explicitly saying that the 9-member list is not correct, this 15-member list is final. So from that you can understand who is telling the truth and who is bluffing.
Yes, everything is coming in line, sir. All right, and another thing that I would like to ask you, sir.
Please.
So the VCMs also, they have claimed that the Deputy Commissioner Mon Office has not responded in a satisfactory manner. And they say that you have been giving some excuses. So what and how have you been communicating with them?
Sure. So they had met me a couple of times. We had furnished them all the documents we have explained to them saying that ADC Tizit has submitted another list, which we have now forwarded to the government. We have given them photocopies of the correspondences between Commissioner's office and ADC Tizit and my office. Everything has been given to them. Now, if someone wants to sort of, lie saying that nothing has been given to them, that is not appropriate. They have met me. We have explained it to them multiple times. They understand the problem, but then they realize that, I mean, they assume that, if we go to the media with an unsubstantiated allegation, the government will be forced to abandon due process. So when they had met me, we had clearly explained this is the reason why we had received a complaint, which we had sent it to Commissioner ADC Tizit's office. ADC Tizit has submitted another list saying that this 15 is final, that original 9 is to be discarded, a copy of which has also been given to them. And a copy of the correspondence that we have at the Commissioner's office was also given to them. And the final letter that we received from Commissioner's office on 9th November has also been given to them. When they came and met me recently last week as well.
Well, sir, then in that case, since everything is officially and systematically done from your part,
right.
So what are the further things that needs to be done to sort out the situation that is surfacing right now?
Sure. So we've received a letter from the Commissioner's office asking for further clarification as to why there was why was the earlier list discarded and the new list was given. So we've wrote back again to the ADC Tizit's office to give a complete detailed report on this. And once we receive it, we will forward it again to the Commissioner's office, and the Commissioner's office will.
The Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee addressed a press conference at Congress Bhavan on Monday. At the conference, the committee protested and rejected the government's notification on the nomination of the advisory council member of municipal town councils. The NPCC President K. Therry criticized the state's municipal affairs department's notification as violated and inconsistent of the Municipal Act. The president further questioned the state's decision of overwriting a matter still sub judice in the Supreme Court. Therry also revolted against the government for misusing its power of nominating 1/3 of the elected members after election and attempting to turn municipal into a dictatorship. He further warned that the Congress will submit a petition to all DC and ADCs since Municipal Council is supposed to be a representative council of people and not through nominations.
Notification is completely in violation of the Municipal Act, which is inconsistent with the basic structures that have been laid down. The principles of the Municipal Act itself is violated. Therefore, I have called my Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee legal advisors and legal sub-chairman and members, and we have gone through the notification issued by Principal Secretary to the Government of Nagaland, Mr. I. Mato Zimomi. Since the notification is in violation and inconsistent with the Act, and also that the matter is pending in the Supreme Court, we don't understand in what manner state is able to override the Supreme Court when the matter is sub judice. Therefore, we have decided to protest and to reject the notification, and Government of Nagaland, for a petty small fund, they wanted fund, but they cannot turn municipal as a dictatorship or dictate people. Nomination is not provided in the Municipal Act, unless there is election. Only when there is election, 1/3 of its members, 1/3 of the elected members can be nominated by the government. But without having election, they cannot.
The Naga Students' Union Mumbai celebrated its Golden Jubilee under the theme Adapt to Change on November 19 at Green Technology Auditorium, Mumbai University campus, with Speaker of Nagaland Legislative Assembly Sharingain Longkumar as the chief guest. Addressing the gathering, Longkumar extended his congratulations to the NSUM for celebrating 50 years of establishment. He further officially released the NSUM Jubilee souvenir, notably Ashish Chauhan, MD and AMP CEO of Bombay Stock Exchange, also graced the event and spoke on the topic the next 50 years and elaborated on how to fire on technology has changed our lives, while former Chief Minister of Nagaland and the first former President of the NSUM addressed the function virtually through a video message.
Fire burning in your eyes, the chaos does control my mind. The way that needs to feel, taking things. Looking for somebody to talk to, show me some. So we got Tim Allen moving the feet, so bring us the beat.
The WC NNPGs has released a press statement that has endorsed the decision of the NSCN-R to expel its Vice President, Akato Chofi, from the fold for anti-party activities. It stated that while betraying the NSCN-R, he has also deeply wounded and offended Naga tribes and civil societies at this juncture. A person who had defected on multiple occasions from one another organization for his personal glory and monetary gain should not talk about constitution of NSCN. The press release had also mentioned that Akoto Chofi will not be able to operate under the same group, same name after his separation from it. The WC NNPGs has also urged those national workers stationed at Hoito village with the expelled former Vice President Akoto, unaware of the ground reality, to return to their legitimate NSCN-R fold headed by President Y. Wangting, Naga and Ato Kilonsa P. Tikhat. Newland Area Sports Association's 46th annual meet commenced on Monday, along with the 46th Hovishe Memorial Football Trophy and 5th Henito Chishi Memorial Volleyball Trophy also got underway. Notably, the annual meet will conclude on November 27, while PHED Minister Jacob Jimomi graced the event as the chief guest, and Kilonsa Ministry of Forest and Environment NSCN GPRN Kiketo Chishi graced as the guest of honor.
আমি খান ইটো টুর্নামেন্ট ইটো অর্গানাইজ করা তো আমি খান লাগা ইটো এরিয়াতে ইয়াংস্টার খান গে ইটো স্পোর্টস ফিল্ডে তাই খান গে প্রমোট করবলে ইটো এভরি ইয়ার ইটো আমি খান অর্গানাইজ করে তো ইটো নিছনা হয় ইয়াংস্টার খান তো বেশি নি বাহার দেবি যাইগেন উলাইগেন খেলিব পারাছে ইটো একদম খুশি পাই আছে কইকেন জানাই দিয়া ইটো সালটো হলে খালি ফুটবল আর ভলিবল হি খেলে আছে दोसर साल दे तो आमी खान तो हले इतो इंडिजिनस गेम्स खान भी गुरी थाके आमी खान ला ट्रेडिशनल हिसाब दे हले भी दिस ईयर तो आमी खान टाइम इतो पेंडेमिक आहा परा इतो रेस्ट्रिक्शन भी थाकसे आजिकाली अलप खला परा ही खेले आसे नहले तो रेस्ट्रिक्शन थाका परा
The Western Sumi Kukami Hoho organized a program to support the newly split Akoto-led NSCN reformation faction at Hoito village, Dimapur at 2 p.m. on November 22. The program was attended by Western Sumi Youth Front, Western Sumi Kukami Hoho's executive members, advisor and area chairman. The program was followed by Western Sumi Kukami Hoho press conference. Western Sumi Kukami Hoho's judicial convener, Kakuho Ke Awomi, WKS WSKH, General Secretary Kawato X IA, Vice President Shikavi Jimo, President S. Vivhoto Yeptho, Vice President Vishe Chishi, Cultural Secretary Lovishe Achumi, and ex-Vice President Mughavi Awomi attended and addressed the press conference.
Aji amikhan yade hoito pusti dia inase. Aji Western Sumi Kakami Hohobra ekta program. Itu newly split NSCN-R Akatu Chopi President. Tai laga oporte support kora extend kora laga program ekta organize kurigina ase. Aru itu program di invite iskando Western Sumi Youth Front aru Western Sumi Kakami Hoho laga under de executive members, advisor aru area chairman kan sob matikina ase. 2 baje de itu program shuru hobo aru itu program khatam kurigina Western Sumi Kakami Hoho kanbra press conference ekta dibule ase. To itu nishina news apuni kan sai thakibi Nltv moi ase Sangam Iyer.
The Northeast Education Conclave, organized by the Department of Education, Government of Assam and Shankardev Education and Research Foundation, Guwahati, was held in Guwahati on 28th and 21st November. The event was attended by Nagaland School Education Advisor KT Sukhalu. It was organized in the light of the new Education Policy 2020 at Assam Administrative Staff College. KT Sukhalu was accompanied by Kevilino Angami, Special Secretary to the Government of Nagaland School Education and SCERT, Semtunaro Iyer, State Mission Director, Samagra Shiksha Shanabasi IAS, Principal Director School Education, and Dr. KV Zaki Rio, Joint Mission Director, Samagra Shiksha, Nagaland. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Union Minister of Education, graced the conclave as the chief guest. A joint meeting resolution of Association of Kohima Municipal Ward, Panchayats, Dimapur Urban Council Chairman Federation and All Ward Union Mokokchong Town was held on 21st November. During the meeting, the nomination of ULB Advisory Council by the Government of Nagaland on 18 November shall not be accepted by the House and urged to hold the ULB elections at the earliest with ratification and amendment of Nagaland Municipal Act, wherever it infringes the Article 371A. Nagaland Dobase Association on Monday held a press conference at Hotel Crescent, Old NST Kohima on the matter of customary courts in Nagaland. During the press conference, it was learned that cases which cannot be settled at the village court have to be brought to the customary court. However, in the absence of customary courts, such cases have to be redirected to the Supreme Court or the High Court, hence devaluing the true essence of the culture of the Nagas. Customary courts are people-friendly and also cost less in comparison to high courts or Supreme Courts. Customary courts passes judgment according to truth and integrity, and land disputes are prominent in Nagaland, which are best suited to be judged by customary laws.
Consequences court to nathiki customary court nathiki hobo. Therefore, in the absence of customary courts in Nagaland, the essence impeded in our custom and tradition would steadily vanish, as cases which cannot be tried by village court shall directly end up in the hands of experts. In the absence of customary court in Nagaland, which court will administer swearing of oath between villages and parties on land disputes and others? It was customary court, village court, Amikan Tagado, Taikan cases Lobona Barakando, Amikan court, Amikan para settle Koride. Albikidia do Amikan customary court on Natigo, Taikan directly session court de Jabo, no let the high court de Jabo, which means Amikan Laga very existence. You do all of Aste Harai Jabonegi, Amikan La customary, you do it. You do Amikan La customary court to Bishi important as a Amikan people friendly as a Amikan La court to fees can be cheap as a aro judgment are based on truthness and with integrity amikhan edu kore dubra customary court na thiki sikole do amikhan laga edu essence customary essence edu kan harai jabo ko ina edu sobke janai di ase idia expert kan laga hat de jabo amikhan laga custom and tradition do nasabo do taikan na they will see on the merits of the case and aro taikan ki hesab de bra koribo do between parties taikan judge kan edu advocate kan taikan majude he juja juji hobo whereas amikhan customary court do doschun thakile bi doschun manubra he case to sabo enega ase without any discrimination amikhan nasai to idia edu bi man takase court na thaki shukule to naga manu laga identity slowly.
Air quality in Delhi improves as strong surface winds brought some relief from high pollution levels. Environment Minister Gopal Rai, after holding a high-level meeting to contain high pollution levels in the city, said on Monday that the government has lifted the ban on construction and demolition activities in view of an improvement in the air quality. He further said that the government will take a call on the reopening of schools, colleges and other educational institutions and work from home for government staff during a review meeting on Wednesday. The air quality index of city stood at 307 on Monday, which falls in the very poor category. However, it was down from 349 the previous day. The air quality index of Gurugram, Greater Noida, Faridabad and Noida stood at 318, 213, 326 and 268 respectively.
आज वाकई पॉल्यूशन कम है इसकी वजह क्या है कि आज मौसम खुला हुआ है पॉल्यूशन आज कम है पहले के मुकाबले कम है आज क्योंकि कल थोड़ी हवा चली है उससे आज मौसम भी साफ है सूर्य निकला हुआ है और जो आज पॉल्यूशन सुबह से कम है नहीं स्कूल से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कंस्ट्रक्शन भी देखो बंद है उससे भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता ना ये गाड़ियों से फर्क पड़ा गाड़ियों की तो इनको कोई पॉलिसी लानी चाहिए गाड़ियों की
President Ramnath Kovind presented Gallantry Awards and Distinguished Service Decorations in Defence Investiture ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Monday. President Kovind accorded the second highest peacetime Gallantry Award, Kirti Chakra posthumously, to Sapar Prakash Jadhav for neutralizing terrorists in an operation in Jammu and Kashmir. His wife and mother received the award. President Kovind presented Shaurya Chakra posthumously to Naib Subedar Sambir for killing an A++ category terrorist during an operation in Jammu and Kashmir. His wife Suman Devi and mother Rajendra Devi received the honour. The Gallantry Awards are announced twice a year, first on the occasion of Republic Day and then on Independence Day. Indian Air Force Ace Pilot Group Captain Abhinandan Varthaman on Monday was conferred the Veer Chakra Award by President Ramnath Kovind in an investiture ceremony. Varthaman, who downed a Pakistan jet during an aerial combat in February 2019, a day after the Balakot airstrike, was held captive for 3 days. However, Pakistan was forced to release him under extensive pressure from India. Notably, Varthaman MiG-21 was also hit during the combat and he had to eject over territory controlled by Pakistan. He was then taken into custody by the Pakistan Army. Notably, Varthaman had been promoted to the rank of Group Captain earlier in the month of November.
आपको तुरंत शत्रु की वायु को रोकने के लिए संदेश दिया गया। आप व्यक्तिगत सुरक्षा की परवाह न करते हुए पूरी निर्भीकता के साथ आगे बढ़े। असाधारण हवाई सूझबूझ और शत्रु की रणनीति की जानकारी होने का प्रदर्शन करते हुए आपने अपनी वायुयान वाहिद एयर इंटरसेप्ट रडार से
Former Mumbai Police Chief Parambir Singh has been granted protection from arrest and asked by the Supreme Court to join investigations and extortions against him. Parambir Singh, lawyer, has said that he is not absconding and is in India. The Supreme Court said that Veer Singh won't be arrested but join investigation. Veer Singh has pleaded that he does not want to run anywhere but his life has been threatened. There are 6 cases registered against him and he is suffering. Trinamool Congress General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee on Monday slammed Bharatiya Janata Party government in Tripura ahead of the civic polls. Banerjee stated that there is a complete anarchy in the state and people need to choose between TMC's Dware Sarkar model or BJP's Dware Gunda model. He remarked that TMC workers are under attack by hooligans of the BJP government. He further said that TMC will work towards the development of Agartala and urged people to vote for TMC in the upcoming municipal elections. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharam on Monday inaugurated the Chinnars, a new income tax building and residential complex in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir, in presence of Jammu and Kashmir Governor Manoj Sinha. The Union Minister officially opened a facility on Monday. Furthermore, the office of Nirmala Sitharam tweeted that the Chinnars is the first permanent establishment of Income Tax India in the Union Territory Srinagar after the deadly terror attack on the Income Tax Office in 2005. The office further tweeted that over 14 years later, it has now got a permanent location. The Honourable Minister for Transport, Civil Aviation, Railways and Land Resources, P. Paiwang Konyak, met with the Honourable Minister, Railways, Ashwini Vaishnaw on Monday. In the meeting, Minister Paiwang requested to revert back Nagaland Express train to Dimapur Station from Lido Station in Assam. The Minister has tweeted in his official Twitter account saying that he is impressed that Minister Ashwini was very familiar with Nagaland. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.
Moi se kami to nung with my camera person Chojing long.
Moi ase kele zolte to.
Reporting for Nltv Sangamayor.
Watch Nagaland TV.
আমি এজ এ রিপোর্টার